Hey, my name's Rich.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Ryan.
We're highly suspect.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me here at Rainy Rock on the Range this year. How are you enjoying the day so far?
It's great. It's wonderful to be here, rain or shine.
So, does your approach to festival shows any different to smaller club shows? Do you kind of have I know they're different animals.
Yeah, I guess usually we have to play early on the festivals because we're the baby band, so the approach is try to wake up.
Yeah, that's pretty important. When we played yesterday, we had only been awake for like 2 hours. It's tough.
So, what's it like from your perspective to kind of look out from the stage? And, I think back in the day we would see a sea of lighters up in the air, and now it's like a sea of cell phone screens. I'm always curious what it's like from the band's perspective to look out and see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Put your phones down. No. I used to think that. Now it's like, cool, if you want to put your phone up. I have a phone. I take pictures of things, so, yeah, you don't see lighters as much as you see phones. It's okay. It's cool. It's 2015. Whatever.
And we're also still playing during the day, so like lighters and phones are harder to see.
That's very true.
People are putting up lighters. That means they're into it and they're waving them around, and they're it's a moment. And if they're putting up lighters or cell phones at the same time in the same manner, then that'd be still pretty cool, right? They're all into it. They're waving. There's like a sea of. It's just blue instead of.
Or filming is, I think, what she's saying.
It's always the filming, and so I'm wondering how many actually go back and watch the videos later, but you never know.
I always do.
If I see a band that's killing it and I love them, I'll take my camera out and film them. It's 2015.
So what can you share with me about what you guys are currently working on right now?
Right now we are on tour with Scott Weiland. We're finishing that up, and then we're going to head out with Catfish and the Bottlemen from the UK. Going to hit up Bonnaroo, and we're going to release our album finally, July 17th of this year.
Awesome. Can you talk about the album a little bit, maybe one or two songs in particular during the recording process, and tell me what the mindset was like?
The title track of the album is called Mr. Asylum, and Johnny wrote the song about anxiety attacks, which is actually the source for a lot of our music. That's why it's kind of like got a darker, heavier vibe than our music had 4 years ago when we were playing on beaches and in bars and stuff like that. We've definitely evolved recently. Trying to think of another good album. Another good song off the album that would be.
Mom was a really hard one for me to record because it's very exposing, more so than the song Lydia even. So when that was being recorded, I struggled with it, but I think that shows, and I think in the right way. So.
Is it ever hard to get yourself out of that mindset again? I've heard that, you write it, you're feeling a certain way when you put everything together, and then you're performing these songs, and it's like reliving the moment. Is it hard to kind of, find a separation or a point of balance there?
It completely depends on the day or the night, Sometimes it's easy to separate them, and sometimes it's not, It all depends.
So is there anything that's particularly misunderstood about the band? Is there anything people tend to get wrong?
I don't think so. I think we're pretty easy to read. It's a pretty open book. We're very forward with how we feel on our social media networks, and there's no true mystery here. So, no, I don't think we're misunderstood at all.
That's good. And usually there's always something on the internet that somebody's like, where did they get that from? Or where did they find that particular piece of information? So on a personal level, I look at music as a universal language we can all speak and understand if we take a different message away. When did music first begin speaking to each one of you?
As long as I can remember, I've always enjoyed music, and I've also always tried to play it too for as long as I can remember.
Since I was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same, memories of like dancing around the house in diapers, listening to whatever song my dad
Those
really
memories
likes.
were from last week.
It's just so much easier than going to the bathroom.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me today. Is there any final comments you'd like to share with our site audience?
Rock lives!
That sums it up, I think, so we're good.
Check us out online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's highly suspect. We'll see you there.